Great about my friends. I hope this finds you well. So first of all, I do apologise for the lack of posting. I've been away on holiday and doing other stuff, of course, with it being summer. But today I wanted us to look at the gospel reading because it's a bit of a head scratcher, this one, isn't it? Luke 12:49. Jesus says, "I have come to bring fire on the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled." See, fire in biblical symbolism is a very powerful image. It signifies, of course, purification, transformation. It can signify passion. It can signify guidance. It can even signify destruction and renewal. Jesus, of course, is not referring to overall destruction here, but what he's referring to is the refining fire of the Holy Spirit. It's a fire that could burn away doubt, fear, complacency. It can help us find something new. Now, where I live at the moment, in the summer, we often get the bracken up on the hills will catch fire. And of course it burns away. And then what's beneath the bracken will grow. Now, of course, it's not an instant process. It takes time. And what Jesus is saying essentially here is that he wishes that the fire that would burn away fear, that would burn away doubt, that would burn away complacency was already kindled on earth in his time. He wanted that while he was there. Of course, it was never going to happen, but he wanted that while he was there. And of course, we in our lives will have times, I'm going somewhere with this, we'll have times where we feel overwhelmed by the challenges that we face, personal struggles, societal turmoil. Oh boy, there's tons of that. World events, even spiritual tiredness. I get that myself. We all get it. It's okay. But remember, the fire that Jesus brings, it's not meant to hurt us. It's meant to refine us. It's an invitation to allow ourselves to be burned away, all the bad stuff, the fear, the doubt, the anger even. A lot of us are angry. It's a chance to have all that burned away. And what's revealed beneath is the person that God forged each and every single one of us to be. When the fire touches our lives, absolutely, it can be uncomfortable. It can even be painful at times. But ultimately, it will lead to renewal. Ultimately, it will lead to strength. And the next part of our gospel for today is that rather difficult bit where Jesus talks about how he came to bring division. In verses 51 to 53, he speaks of the coming division, even amongst family members. Jesus says, "Do you think I came to bring peace on earth? No, I tell you, but division." Now, it may seem contradictory to us that, of course, we know Jesus as the Prince of Peace. This is the same Jesus that told us to live in community, to lay our lives down for our brothers and sisters. Why now all of a sudden is he talking about division? Let's have a look. Jesus explains that his message demands a choice. You see, my friends, we have to choose to follow him. We have to decide that our commitment to God's kingdom will be what we work for. And that decision can, and probably should a wee bit, disrupt our comfort. You see, Jesus told us, didn't he? He said, take care of each other. Now, the world will tell us to amass, get as much as you can, get it all, crush the competition, get all that money, get rich trying. And yet, Jesus tells us, have what you need. He's not telling us all to give everything away, go live in tents. What he's saying is, look, after what you need, take care of the person next to you. Have what you need and then take care of them. We have to decide, just decide that God's kingdom will be what we work for. Just decide that truth, the truth of God's love, the truth of Jesus is what we want. It is that easy at first. Hear me out. You see, we decide that dedication to God's kingdom, that decision can also impact our relationships. It's like I said to you guys before, and I've said this many times when I've been preaching, when I finally decided to lock down my faith and really sort of commit to following Christ and even started exploring a call to ministry, I lost friends. There are people that still don't speak to me. I pray for them, but they made their choice. I made mine. Jesus can bring division, sadly. By choosing to follow him, people often will choose not to come with us. The division is not about chaos, though, friends. It's not about weeding out the non-hackers or anything like that. That division is about clarity. You see, that division is about choosing to follow Christ, even when it means standing apart from a crowd. One of the great things that Jesus often tells us is that our faith, following him, raising his flag, will often set us apart from the pack. And one could argue that's a part of the calling. Although, one of the only decent things to come out of this supposed decline of the church is that it's actually almost countercultural these days to be a Christian. I found myself having conversations with teenagers, and they go, oh, you're a vicar. Oh, you're a priest. Oh, you're a Christian. And I say, oh, yeah. And then they start saying, tell me about that. Because it's niche. Because it's apart from the crowd. The crowd these days, like I said, crush your enemies by any means necessary and get rich trying. Look at, like I said it last week when I was preaching, turn on television, turn on Facebook. The divisions are all around us. The world is so noisy. You can open up Facebook, and this morning now, I opened up my Facebook. I check it once a day, never more than that, because it's an absolute attention rot. I check it once a day, and I checked this morning. I logged in and I went into it, and first thing I saw was that chucklehead Nigel Farage telling everybody that migrants are coming over in the boats to steal all our jobs, to murder us in the streets and all the rest of it. And then in the very next sort of advert down, I've got Keir Starmer telling everybody that Labour will stop the boats, Labour have done more for the working class than anybody. I'd like to see where. But that's just me. I'm not getting into politics. Everybody knows how the Viking vicar feels about all of this. So the point I'm making in this little tirade, my friends, is the world is so noisy. The world is so divided. It is so easy for us to get drawn into that division. And yet, if we stand away from it and we still stand in the love of Christ, we actually almost rise above the division. We almost rise above the noise, and others will follow us. Our allegiance to God's truth may challenge some relationships, especially the toxic ones. And sometimes, like I said, it's a good thing. Sometimes it is a good thing that our allegiance to God challenges those relationships. It may even end some of those relationships. Again, if they're not meant to be, if they're not good for us, let them go. It also, our allegiance to God also clarifies what truly matters. Our choice to follow Jesus, our choice to walk alongside him. And then in the gospel today, verses 54 to 56, Jesus highlights the importance of discernment. And this, of course, is a fruit of the Holy Spirit. Jesus encourages the crowd that have gathered to interpret the signs of the time, to read the weather, to understand the seasons. In the same way, we are called to discern these spiritual seasons in our lives and indeed the world. The passage encourages us not to be complacent or naive, but it encourages us to be wise, to be attentive, to recognize the signs of God's movement in our lives, and equip us to respond with faith and courage. You see, friends, each of us, you, me, anybody who sees this, will have had a moment in our lives, probably more than one, but let's just go for one for now. We'll have had a moment in our lives where we will have seen the hand of God, where we'll have seen God doing something in our lives. Some, and I've heard stories before, some say they've seen bits of God. I had a wonderful chat with someone once who told me she'd seen his feet. Okay, cool. You know, you've heard my testimony. I heard his voice. Each and every single one of us will have a moment that we can hang that on. Each one of us will have a moment where we can see God in our lives. Some of us will have even more. And I know, friends, I know it would be so easy if we were to ask God for something. Father, I've got a really big decision. What do I do? And then to have God just appear here or phone us. I'm recording this on my phone, so I can't hold it up. Or phone us and just say to us, right, listen, I've heard what you said. I think you should do this. And we could sit and go, oh, that's great. Yeah, thanks, Gaffer. And put the phone down. Wouldn't that be so much easier? That's not the way it works, though. So when we ask God these questions, we have to be attentive to the world around us, because he will answer. But we have to see who or how he answers us through. Now, I mean, it can be nature. It could be someone that comes into our lives. There could be a vast variety of things that are indeed the answer to what we're asking. And it's in this that we have to be aware. We have to be discerning of those opportunities where we can also be the answer to someone's prayer. God will move us around in life as he needs us. And one of those things is where we're called into situations where we can provide kindness, justice, reconciliation, guidance. When we're presented with those, when God moves us as the proverbial chess piece into that position, we have to act accordingly. And of course, I know these words will seem intense. The gospel itself seemed intense today, but the words here, they're ultimately about reassurance. Jesus is assuring us that following him, it's not a passive journey. It's a dynamic, sometimes costly, sometimes even uncomfortable process, but it's one filled with purpose. The fire he brings is designed to renew. It is designed to energize. It is designed to empower us. Remember, Jesus absolutely understands the struggle of his sheep. He was human as well, fully man, fully God. This is what we believe. He came to earth. He was human. He knows what we're up against. He faced temptation. He faced fear. He faced the noise of a world that just will not blooming listen sometimes. He faced all of that. And his words remind us that we are not alone when we face this division. His words remind us that we're not alone when we face difficulty in our lives. The Holy Spirit is with us. It ignites our hearts. It brings divine fire, and it uses that to guide us through the darkness of uncertain seasons. And so today our challenge is this: to embrace the fire of the Spirit, to let it burn away fear, to let it burn away doubt, to let it burn away arrogance. And oh boy, so much of us do that. I'm not even immune to that one myself. To burn away that complacency, to deafen us to the noise of division that's all around us. And so that all we can hear is that still small voice of God. We must be willing to stand firm in our faith, even when it leads to division or discomfort. Heck, especially when it leads to division or discomfort. Jesus never said it would be easy. He said it would be worth it. We need to recognize the signs of God's work in our lives and in the world around us. And we need to respond to that with wisdom and with courage. You see, friends, our mission is clear. Our mission is to live out the love of Christ boldly, to be agents of reconciliation, kindness, mercy, wherever we have the chance, to bring God's light into that darkness. The world needs the fire of faith, passionate, genuine, and unwavering, now more than ever. And so, my brothers and sisters, in closing, Jesus' words are not meant to scare us. They're meant to awaken us. They call us to a deeper discipleship, into living with clarity, with purpose, with divine fire. And so, my friends, today let's welcome the Holy Spirit into our lives. Let's trust that even in division and challenge, God's love will always prevail. It's like that hoodie my mate's got. God bless him. I love it so much. Spoiler alert, Jesus wins. I love that. My friends, may we be a people who are equipped with discernment. May we be a people that are fueled by divine fire. May we be a people that are unafraid to step into the world and shine that light of Christ's hope and truth for all to see. because only in doing that can we possibly help lighten the darkness that has consumed so much of the world today. My friends, it's good to be back. I have missed it. I will be taking a slight hiatus at the beginning of September. It's nothing bad. I'll explain more as time goes on. I'm going to be doing a video about it. As always, questions, comments, anything at all, please reach out right here. It's been on the bottom throughout the whole video. Feel free to share this video, tell others about it. If they want to join our little community, I would love that. Keep your testimonies coming in, keep your questions coming in. I've actually had a bit of an influx of questions lately, so I may be doing another Q&A video soon. Leave that with me. Anyways, I hope you're all well, my friends, and it's an absolute pleasure to still be here. God bless you, my friends, and take care.